Okay, section 4.2, using the trig ratio to find angles. This is a way of using trig ratios to, if you know two sides, you can find the other angles in the triangle. So the step one is to label your sides. Remember to base that on your angle of interest. In this case, the angle of interest is A. That little kind of half circle near the angle, that tells you that's the angle you need to find. So if you see that in your homework problems, that's the angle you need to find. So based on A, we know that 7.9 is the opposite side, 13.5 is the hypotenuse, and the other side is the adjacent side. And since we have opposite and hypotenuse, we're going to choose our appropriate trig ratio, and since we have opposite and hypotenuse, the appropriate trig ratio is this one. It's the sine ratio. So we got the sine ratio, we've got the opposite and hypotenuse, and we're going to fill in what we know. Okay, so step 3 would be solve the trig ratio for the angle, which is going to be A. So we have 7.9 divided by 13.5. So now we end up with sine A is equal to 0.58. Okay, and now the trick is to isolate the variable, which is our angle in this case. So instead of using sine A, like if we had 6 times A, we would divide on the other side. We would do something divide by 6. So if we're going to do sine of A on one side, we're going to do what's called inverse sine on the other side, sine to the -1. That's second function sine. You can push shift and sine on your calculator, and that will do the calculation for you on the other side. So we do second function sine of 0.58, and we get the answer of 54.2 degrees. Okay, so now you know the angle A at the top is 54.2 degrees. If you need to find the other sides of that triangle or the other angles, you can use the Pythagorean theory or the 180 rule for the other sides and the other angles. Hopefully this helps.